Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's me, Double. I have an important message to pass on to you guys. If you've been following the channel, you know I really like the Tank G. I'm really digging a lot of the M-VAVE stuff, M-VAVE stuff lately. I guess it's M-VAVE. Either way, it's not about how you pronounce the company's name. It's about a safety concern with the Tank G. The M-VAVE Tank G is a multi-effect, has preamps, all this kind of great stuff. I really dig it. I'll put a little link right here to other videos that I have. But before you go watching them and buying one of these, you need to understand that certain models have a problem where this switch is directly over the battery. And if you're familiar with these types of switches, they have little metal contacts on the bottom of them. And it just so happens that them right over the battery will scratch off the cover on the battery and eventually expose the battery to the leads underneath that. Now, that's not on all of these, that's on certain models, but I highly recommend you watch a video that I'm going to drop down in the description below. There's a channel called Riffs and Rigs. I think if you like my channel, you're really going to like his channel. He goes through a very simple walkthrough. It's very easy to really save your house potentially from a fire. I highly recommend you watch that video if you have a Tank G and pop yours open. If you want me to do a video, please leave a comment below. But for right now, until this weekend at least, I'm not going to have a chance to open this up. So I'll direct you over to Riffs and Rigs. Go over to his channel, like and subscribe and do the thing over there because he's almost at 1,000. And you know that's a big number for us small YouTube channels. So leave him a comment that Double D sent you and thank him for letting everybody know about the Tank G. I first heard about it through him and then also through Aerosmith TV, EHRO. Go head over to that channel too. If you like the budget stuff, if you like my stuff, you'll like both those channels. I'm going to pop this open this weekend and just make sure that I'm safe. It's a very simple fix. You need literally 3 tools that you probably have. Actually, I think 2 tools. You need a specific Allen wrench. You just need a file and then some double-sided tape. He walks you through all of the steps very clearly. It's a good channel. I really like the M-VAVE stuff. They're kind of like the Flamma of a couple of years ago. M-VAVE seems to be kind of listening to their customer base, which is a great thing. And they're updating their products pretty regularly, which for a budget piece of gear is amazing. So I'm all on the M-VAVE train. Anyway, that's my thoughts on all of that. Open yours up and check it. So do that. Thank you. Next up, I don't know. I never do news, so this isn't my thing. I guess I'll just call it Gear Gab or something like that. Next up on Gear Gab, the BOSS Go seems to have gone, and I don't really know the whole story. I know I woke up on Sunday to some messages from Jimmy Blue Eyes. Hey, shout out. Thanks, Jimmy. I really appreciate you being here at the channel and then also giving me heads up like this. He had said that, yeah, BOSS has delisted the Katana Go, which if you're not familiar with, is just one of those little dongles. No, I'm not even going to make a dongle joke. So you put the dongle in the guitar. Basically, it's a Katana amplifier in a little dongle. You plug it right into your guitar, put some headphones on, and you're getting crazy good sounds out of it. Well, it is out of stock, and apparently that's a manufacturer's problem, according to BOSS's site, and according to some of the materials that I've seen listed from Juka Neri, and I sure hope I'm pronouncing his name right, but then also from Alec Bourne, the MIDI Mad Scientist. Go check out their channels. I'll leave them linked below because they're great. And Alec is about to be at 1K as well. So hit him up with a like and a subscribe and do the thing. Let him know I sent you. And both those guys are in a bunch of the BOSS forums that I'm in on Facebook, of course. So I'm a BOSS fanboy as it is. And I just wanted to pass on some of this info because I have a feeling a bunch of you guys are too. It seems that the manufacturer that promised BOSS that they could do what they needed to do can't do what they needed to do. So the statement from BOSS that Juka, and I do hope I'm pronouncing his name right, it might be Yuka, I'm not sure, that Juka Neri has gotten from BOSS, pretty much stating that due to the manufacturer's problems, they are not going to be making the BOSS Katana Go available, and they're not going to be listing it on the site. Fortunately, they will be leaving support information and documentation and all that sort of stuff on the site. I don't know if the registration has gotten back up on the site. I'd heard that registering the product was now a problem, but I'm sure they'll get it all fixed. Boss has been around forever. They're a leader in this kind of stuff, and people really like this thing. My thoughts are really that Boss didn't realize how popular the Go was going to be, and it went fast. When they went to the manufacturer was like, wait, you need more of what? Okay, yeah. So I bet, do a redesign. I bet it comes out a little bit differently. There's been all sorts of conspiracies and wondering and all of that kind of stuff. I mean, you never know. I personally think Boss took a bunch of steps forward over the years and maybe a couple of steps backwards in couple of certain ways recently. I know when the IR2 came out, it was a surprise. It was a shock to retailers. Most of them didn't realize it was coming and they weren't prepared to kind of sell it or even advance it. And yeah, you guys saw what happened with that. It's almost impossible to find one of those. And that created kind of a little niche of hard to find Boss items that are new, which is interesting because now all of a sudden the newest item is hard to find again. So I'm not saying there is a conspiracy, of course not, but I think it's a little, there's some Rolling Stones gathering moss in this process. But in about 6 months, we should know a little bit more from Boss about what the Katana Go will really be all about. So anyway, that's just some info I wanted to pass on to you guys. I really very rarely do news, but I wanted to shout out those channels because all of them are great. All of them have been really helpful in me just kind of chilling and relaxing and learning guitar stuff and learning about what's going on in the current state of the guitar world. I kind of feel like in a weird way, guitarists and gamers have become very similar in the eyes of the people that sell guitars and games. And we're kind of getting pushed out product left and right the way that a lot of the video gamers feel. And it's an interesting thing that's going on. There's a lot of parallels. I could talk about this forever too. So let me know. Do you want to see a video of me talking about the parallels that I see in buying guitars and guitar gear and gaming gear? Or do you want to see me do a video about this? I have plenty of videos on deck. So please subscribe and like if this is your kind of thing. And I appreciate you being here. Share it if you know anybody who has a Tank G. I think it's really important that we get that information out there. All right. I'll see you guys next time on the channel. All right. You guys take care. Thanks.